What is up, guys? It is AJ from MMA Experts, and we are talking about the fight between Stipe Miocic and Daniel Cormier. This is the trilogy, the final time these two monsters will meet inside the octagon, and it will determine the greatest UFC heavyweight of all time. I can't wait for this fight. It's going to be off the chain. We are blessed to see it once. We are blessed even more to see it twice. And now we are absolutely blessed to see it a third time between these two savages. Now, Daniel Cormier is an elite level wrestler. We've seen him take down everybody that he fights. He's threw Stipe around before. I believe he has the chance to do it again without a doubt. I think he's going to go to his wrestling game a lot more in this fight. Now, he also has heavy punches, and he's got good boxing skill, and the way that he catches the punches and throws shots with his hand fighting, I like it. He also has a really nice lead leg kick, and he's going to crack Stipe with some of those, and that will throw Stipe off without a doubt. Now, for Stipe, very good boxing skill. We've seen him hit Cormier with some big punches. We saw him knock him out. The body shots were beautiful in their last fight. That heavy KO power. I mean, he's knocked out most guys that he's fought. The only guy that was really able to sustain his punching power was Francis Ngannou and Junior Dos Santos in their first fight. In the rematch, he knocked out Junior in the first round. He's one of the heavyweight greats. Both these guys are. The winner is going to be the greatest heavyweight in UFC history, without a doubt. There's going to be no argument there. I am looking at the odds. Minus 110 for Stipe, minus 120 for Cormier. Near even here. This fight is interesting, man. I mean, it was hard for me to pick somebody. I really had to think about it, sit down, sleep on it. I'm going to pick Daniel Cormier, and here's why. I think Daniel Cormier is training his ass off. I believe this is the hardest Cormier has ever trained. He mentioned having no distractions for this fight. The quarantine, I believe, will be a benefit for him. Another benefit, 25-foot octagon. He's going to be able to close the distance much easier on the taller and longer Stipe Miocic. You look, Stipe Miocic has a 5-inch height advantage as well as a 7.5-inch reach advantage, which is huge. That is going to be a very difficult thing for Cormier to overcome, but in that 25-foot octagon, we are going to see Cormier getting closer to his opponent, getting his opponent against the cage. I think he's going to look to put Stipe against the cage a bit. I think he's going to look to grind Stipe out a bit. I think he's going to try to tire Stipe because he knows if he gives Stipe a chance and doesn't, look for that wrestling game, doesn't take him to the floor at all, just wants to turn into a boxing. That's a 50-50 fight. Daniel Cormier can definitely be knocked out by Stipe Miocic this weekend. Without a doubt, if Stipe lands a shot, he can knock out Daniel Cormier. We've seen it before, and we can definitely see it again. Now, Cormier can knock out Stipe. In the first fight, he brutally knocked him out. But at the end of the day, I think going to his base is going to be much better of a game plan for him. I think he goes to his wrestling. He's going to look to get Stipe to the ground. Granted, Stipe is no slouch on the mat. He can wrestle. Don't think that he can't, but I do think Cormier is superior. I think he'll look to put him against the floor, grind him out a bit. I'm going to pick Cormier. I'm going with it. Daniel Cormier, he's getting a third round TKO. That's my pick. Minus 110 underdog. Stipe Miocic to the minus 120 favorite. Daniel Cormier. Those odds are very close. They're pretty much even. I'm going with Cormier. I think he pulls it off, and he becomes the greatest heavyweight of all time. And then that leads to question, does he retire? I think he will. I really think he will. But I know always in the back of his mind that Jon Jones fight will be looming. The Jon Jones trilogy at heavyweight. I think it would be the biggest fight of UFC history at heavyweight between those two, because then it will truly determine the winner would be the greatest of all time. Now, granted, Jon Jones kind of has that status, beat him twice. Granted, one was a no contest, but I mean, Cormier, if he wins, he is the greatest heavyweight of all time, which is huge for him, and there can be a huge money fight on the horizon against Jon Jones in the future. Would he take it? I'm going to say no. He's 41 years old. I don't think he wants to do that. I think he beats Stipe, and then he rides off into the sunset as the greatest heavyweight to ever walk this planet. I mean, Fedor obviously is going to be in the question, but in terms of who he's fought and who Fedor has fought, it's a different era. It's a different time. It's a different time for drug testing even. This is a different game now. The winner of this fight is the greatest heavyweight in UFC history, and I can't wait to find out who that is. I am picking Cormier, though, but Stipe Miocic, without a doubt, has a chance to win this fight. He's an absolute savage. But all right, guys, that is pretty much it for this video, talking about this amazing main event. I am ecstatic. I'm over the top thinking about it. I'm getting excited just talking here, and I can't wait to see it. Follow my social medias, Instagram and Twitter. I really appreciate everybody who supports, everybody who watches. Make sure you guys subscribe, like this video. I have a ton more content coming, and I will see you all in the next one.